Just here, we're so excited to be with Iván today. I can't believe it's been 3 weeks since I've seen him. Honestly, the facial that I had with him, I looked like a different person. I just look like myself today because I've not seen him. And I wish that I wasn't in London, and I wish that I was where he was, so I could just look how I did on that day. We're just waiting for Iván to join. There you are.
Hi. Hi,
I was
Lucy.
just saying, I don't look like I did that day.
Well, you're still snatched. I have to tell you, the jawline is looking pretty snatched.
LYMA Laser, you know. I just had the one facial, and then I had to leave.
It's the Lima sandwich. You know, it's the combination.
It's the Lima sandwich.
Yeah, it's getting the beauty sandwich, and then using that Lima at home.
No, just in London.
Yeah.
Why am I not in America where you are?
Well, you need to come to the Hamptons. I'm live from my friend's beautiful shop in Sag Harbor. It's called 1818, and it's a beautiful design store. And this is one of the design concept bathrooms. I wish that this was my bathroom, but it's not.
You can only see a corner. You can only see a corner of where I am. I'm in my office in London. We're live from London.
Live from the Hamptons.
HQ.
We're really glamorous. Live from the Hamptons. Live from here. Let me tell you, I'm obsessed with this sort of mist thing. Is it okay that I mist it all day long? Can I OD on the mist?
Bathe me in the mist. No, the mist is incredible because it's 100% bioavailable oxygen, and I never realized that oxygen in water can never get into your skin because your skin is engineered to keep gases out, and obviously the oxygen in water is presented in a gas form.
Yes.
And that's why this is so amazing, because what it does is it binds water around the oxygen, and it means that your skin can suck it in, because your skin can suck moisture in, and that's how it gets in. And we've done these crazy tests with people in baths, like proving that it gets into your skin. So one day you could bathe in the Lima mist.
I would love to bathe in the Lima mist. You know, that's something that I love about Lima so much is, you know, your dedication to the research and the science behind this. And that was kind of the main reason why I've partnered with Lima is, you know, because so much of my treatment, you know, my treatment is based on science. You know, I started, you know, cosmetic dermatology 15 years ago. This was created in a dermatology practice with a lot of science behind it. And I can't really, you know, pair something with my treatment that's not scientifically backed and that has that like definitive research behind it. And that's what I love so much about Lima. And I think that's what makes it so effective, right? Is that it's easy to use, but it actually works. There's science, you know? So much of the beauty sandwich, when I first started, people were like, oh yeah, it's a hype, but you know, it works.
It's a hype because it works. It's not just a hype without hope. It's not a hype that, you know, you just kind of hope. And I, you know, everything that we do is just, well, it starts with science, because at the end of the day, if it doesn't work, then you're putting out a product that's it's not really gonna go anywhere. And it's just a really interesting story as to how the Lima Laser actually came about, because it's not a new technology. The technology has been around in hospitals since the 1960s. It's used all over the world to deal with issues that are going on beneath the surface of the skin. So like rebuilding cartilage, healing tendons, dealing with post-operative wound healing, all these different issues. And it was really when our science director was in Germany and was looking at this 62-year-old man's knees that had been treated with low-level laser therapy to rebuild cartilage inside one of his knees. And there was this whole team of doctors that were all looking at the x-ray and thinking, you know, oh, isn't it amazing how much the cartilage regeneration has happened over the 3 months? And he was at the other end of the room and he was like, well, forget what's going on inside the knee. The skin on the knee that had been treated looked about 20 years younger. And that was when he realized that the entire light device beauty industry was really focused on LED, and that this was a way superior form of light that could be delivered into the skin and actually could reach the base layer of the skin where the fibroblasts are, to really make a difference. And obviously it's like the, you know, the machine that you use, you know, that was obviously a medical machine.
Yes.
That you've adapted to work cosmetically. And so much of the best technology is actually not sitting within the beauty industry, it's sitting within the medical industry. And it's just when these incredible engineers come along and re-engineer the technology so a consumer can use it at home or you can use it in a clinic, that it really kind of moves the needle.
Yeah. Let's get into some of these questions because I think that, you know, there was 2 main questions. One of them that just popped, you know, in here and then also popped to me before is how do I use Lima right now within my practice, right? How has that changed the beauty sandwich, and kind of how can you work it with let's say you're not getting the beauty sandwich, but other radio frequency? And I want to say that, you know, before Lima, I didn't have, you know, because you need to come to see me every 4 to 6 weeks. This is not a facial line. You can come weekly. I needed something like that was an at-home alternative that could actually boost the results of my treatment, right? That could help with a little bit more of the texture. And it was also dealing with dark spots, redness, sun damage. So it's a wonderful, I call it the ultimate dessert to the sandwich, because it's like, you know, you get to do this, you know, daily to boost your results and to make actually any of your clinical treatments better. Because let's say you get a laser, right? You could do the Lima post-procedure.
You can do the Lima like post-procedure. You can do it after like really invasive surgery. You know, you don't have, the beauty of the Lima laser is that it does not, we're not using the laser light to provide any kind of damage to the skin.
Yes.
And that is the point of difference. It's considered like a cold laser. So I mean, look, I've got one here. You cannot genuinely feel it. You've got one. You can't feel it.
I've got 3. I've got 3.
Oh, you've got 3. Oh no, I've only got 2 here. You beat me.
So yeah, I think that's what's so fascinating about it, is that's what blew me away, right?
You genuinely can't feel it.
You can't
so
feel it.
What you're doing with this laser light is you are using the cold laser light to penetrate through all the layers of the skin into the fat and muscle tissue, even down to the bone. And you're using the near infrared wavelength to trigger a genetic switch inside each of your cells. And the cells that are associated with aging are switched off, and the cells that are associated with renewal are switched on. And that's why you need to use it every day for the first 12 weeks. Because what you're doing is you're switching on more and more cells that are just naturally died off as part of the aging process. And you're empowering your skin to behave like it did before the aging process set in. And it's so easy to use. You know, you literally just slowly glide it over each section of your skin. And if you were using the face if you were treating the entire face, if you slowly glide over the skin on your face for like 30 minutes a day, you know that you've given it enough. I mean, I'm quite a logical person, and I just kind of very slowly glide it over each section of my skin 5 times.
Yeah.
So I do 5, and then I move up to the next bit, and then I do the same, and then I move up, and then I do the other half. And for any trouble spots, so say like this is a trouble spot, you know, that like those crow's feet lines. So this might be a trouble spot. So I just hold it over there for a minute, just to give it like
a minute,
a
right? So kind of, let's get into how to kind of, because that was like the main thing this summer, right? Is how we can recreate the snatched jawline. That's so important, and that so many people want to achieve at home. So a lot of people get the, you know, they have the Lima or they have this, they don't kind of know how to use some of these products. So I just kind of, you know, mist this 5 to 7 times on the face.
Yeah. So you put the mist on. It depends what you're using it with. If you're using it with the mist and the glide, then you would put the mist on, and then you would put a really, really good layer of the glide on. And the glide is brilliant because it actually acts as a mask as well. So it's got low molecular weight hyaluronic acid, it's got glycerol, and it's got active stabilized oxygen in it. And it really plumps the skin up. It acts as like a really nice glide. It draws
and it's not gross. It's not gross, because a lot of these other gels are really gross and bad for your skin.
It's fresh, and it works. I mean, the secret of everything would be to use it with your secret sauce on top of that.
Yes. So then we put a little sauce. So that's what I tell my clients is like, for daily use, they can use their Lima skincare to do this. That's the wonderful thing, is that you don't need the glide for daily use. But if we're going to recreate a snatched jawline and kind of a snatched face, you want to go through these 3 steps, because I think it's really important, because you get your skin more oxygenated, you get more of that glow. So I just mist it. I put the glide, and then I put a little bit of my sauce after the glide here.
And it just seals it further.
And it seals all that, seals that in, you know. It's not that we're sealing in oxygen, right? But when you have an oil-based, an active, it's going to seal it's going to lock it all in. And then I like to kind of start here to kind of drain. So I start back here, and then I have a 5 to 7 count. So I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
It's like a choreograph.
4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then now we kind of drain this area first. And then I'm going to go straight into jawline. And I think it's really important that we start to feel what our jawline is, you know, and don't be afraid to go a little harder, so you can kind of feel where you have that tension. And I like to kind of glide back and forth and see where I have these sort of like fascia nodules where kind of there's that tension. And then I like to do that same count where I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, glide it right up here. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then now you'll see that that's snatched.
That is, like, do you know what? That is, look, you can even see the difference between that side.
Yeah, I mean, instantly, what I love is that you're getting that kind of, you know, really nice result. And then that count helps you. 2, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's really great. And then I like to cut, you know, I used to be a makeup artist, and so much of the beauty sandwich is kind of like learning how to kind of cut this angle. And that's another one. And I like to go from the back here to the front. So I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Is there a reason why you go from this side in?
So I like to create a cut here. So we're kind of draining the fluid. So when you go from outside in, you're kind of draining. And then now to kind of tighten, we'll go the opposite way here. And then we'll kind of go like 5, 6, 7, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now I know that this does amazing things, like you talked about cartilage.
Oh my God, look at my face.
I told you, it snatches you because we drained here and then now
I'm going to use your method now. Forget
it really
my
makes
method.
a difference. It really, really makes
it's unbelievable. I mean, I'm genuinely just using the laser. Crazy.
So you just use, and you do this, you know, you have a nice, you know, you have an event, you can't see me. Now you have the Lima, and you have, you know, the mist, the glide, and then the sauce. You know, that sauce kind of, again, steals it all in and gives you this beautiful glow on the skin, red carpet ready. Now, you know, you said this has that clinical, all that clinical research for like when people had like the knee replacements and all of that. But what about jowls? That is
jowls.
That is like a really, that's like the number one question I get, right? Is the jowly fissure. Yeah. How can Lima help with the jowls?
So I mean, I'm 50, so I can tell you, and I've had no cosmetic procedures done. So the way that I have used it for, I always feel as though to lift the jowl, you've got to like not just lift that area, you've got to lift the whole thing.
Yeah.
So I do give a blitz, a minute either side on these folds, 100%. But then I'm going to use your method of...
Yeah. Is this product good for dermatitis? We just got that question in.
Yeah, so it's very good for dermatitis. It will totally reduce the inflammation in your skin. So it's actually used for inflammation. So it does help. We've also got, does it help with sun damage? If you use this product, start in May. You know, if you've had a bad winter and you haven't used it, don't worry. Start in May, use it every day, and I promise you, by the end of summer, if you are spending June, July, and August, and September in the sun, you will leave with a...
Yeah. Lucy, I can't hear you. Wait, did we lose Lucy? Yes.
For the record.
Yeah, let's set this record straight because that's the number one question that I got.
Yeah.
Is what's the difference between the red and the blue? And yeah.
So that
we can't hear you, Lucy. We can't hear you. There we go.
I was trying to get through for my daughter's pizza. He's ruined it. So basically, there's no difference for the red or the blue laser.
Thank you.
Red light that you see here is not the laser. The red light that you see here is literally just the light that tells you the device is switched on.
Yes. Yes.
The laser is a near infrared laser that's inside the device, and that is invisible to the human eye, so you can't see the spectrum of near infrared. The blue laser that people call the blue laser. Let's
repeat that again, because I think that's so important for people to understand how this is a laser and that you can't see it.
So the red light that you see here is just a red LED. It's the light that tells you that the device is switched on, off. That when you see a blue light here, when you switch the device on or off, it's just the light that tells you that the device is switched on. Inside both of the devices, the near-infrared 500 milliwatt laser is the element of the device that is going to rebuild your skin. And near-infrared is invisible to the human eye. You can't see it, which is why we had to put a switch on light, because otherwise you wouldn't know whether the device was switched on or off. You can't see that.
Yeah.
So that's the, and it was just when we got FDA clearance for this laser, they said it has to have a red switch on light as opposed to a blue switch on light, which is why in America you have a red switch on light, and in the rest of the world you have a blue switch on light. But the laser is completely identical. And just to reiterate, we had to have a switch on light because you can't see near infrared with the human eye. So that's
such a great point, because I got into this with like a client. She's like, well, there's a difference between red and blue. And I said, this is not an LED device. This is a laser device.
No, the LED is just to tell you it's switched on.
Yeah.
And then we also get lots of questions, how long should I use it for?
Yes, how long?
It is a commitment, but at the end of the day, it will rebuild your skin. So it's not a fast product, and you do have to commit to using it every day for the first 12 weeks. And if you take your face, you should slowly glide it over your face for 30 minutes a day. So whether you do that over your lunch break, whether you do that when you're in the back of a cab, when you do that when you're in bed at night or watching a film, whatever you do, if you're doing your face, slowly glide it over for 30 minutes a day, and then it will be enough time. If you are using it on your neck, I would allocate 10 minutes to your neck. So,
and it's so important that we can use it on this very delicate part of the neck, which typically you can't, right? Most devices you can't.
So this device is brilliant for rebuilding the skin on your neck. Your neck, as you know, is one of the biggest giveaway signs of your age. It ages faster. And, to be able just to rebuild the skin on your neck at home is brilliant. So I would really dedicate 10 minutes a day to your neck, just to make sure that you've given the light enough time to work.
Yeah.
And again, if you want to do your chest area, maybe in the run up to summer, or
your hands.
Your hands. So hands is an easy one.
Yeah.
I would just hold it over the center of your hand for 3 minutes a day.
Okay, a question that I got, and I've had a few clients in the Hamptons do this. Can people buy two devices?
You can buy two.
And then if they buy two, do they only have to do it for 15 minutes instead of 30?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can kind of glide this.
The time poor people.
Mm-hmm.
Buy two.
So, yeah, buy two.
Yeah, buy two.
So, because
I've only got.
My clients were like, well, I don't, what if I got two? Then I don't have to spend 30 minutes. You can spend 15. And I said, okay, yeah, sure.
15 minutes.
I mean, I have clients that do this on their way to Tracy Anderson. They're sitting in, so they're like doing it. That's what I love about this, that other devices, you really have to pay it. You have to sit there.
You have to sit there, and it's very, very complicated. But for this, it really isn't. If you just want to give yourself an eye treatment, just hold it over each section of your eye for like a couple of minutes.
I tell my clients 3.5 minutes on the eyes, and it's like, and then the other question that I get is, do you need goggles to use this?
No, you can look at the laser. It's got retina diffuse technology inside the lens, so you can look at the laser, and I mean, we don't ever advise to,
don't sit there and look at it.
But you don't have to wear goggles, and you can treat your eyelid.
Yeah, that's what I love. You can treat the eyelid because that's an area of concern for me now, is that area. And then I've been getting the question, Joe, I don't have anything on my skin. So this is my skin just with the mist, the glide, and some sauce.
And
that's it.
I've just not got anything on my skin apart from...
Yeah. It's when you have, you know, this, that's the other thing that I noticed is that the health of my skin looks so much better. And I'm getting, you know, I'm not that I'm abusing the sun here, but I'm enjoying it.
I was going to say, you're in the sun every day.
I'm in the summer there. I'm not, like, my pores aren't dehydrated. I don't have, like, enlarged pores that you usually get because I'm using my Lima. You know, I really try for at least 15 minutes to put this on, you know. I do, you know, I have two, so I do use the two at once. But I really want to kind of get, you know, for people to understand that right here, to kind of cut that cheekbone, they want to kind of, you want to like feel where the tension in your face lies. It's going to tell you. It's not a magic. You're going to feel that like tension in there, and then you can use the device to kind of like
it's great as a massage.
Yeah.
Actually, the lip on the lens is quite nice around.
Yeah, so you can go like right underneath this cheekbone here, and then we're going to carve. We're going to do that count, which is so easy. You know, that 1, 2, 3, you know, that's 7, because then that means you're going slow enough, right?
Yeah.
You're doing slow enough to kind of, you know, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
It's like a ballet class.
It is. Everything is a count. It makes it so easier,
Yeah.
you know, to kind of like. And then also another question that I get a lot, Lucy, is what can we do this like 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes in the middle of the day, and then 10 minutes at night?
Yeah. As long as your skin receives the light for a certain amount of time a day, it can be split 10 times across the day. It doesn't matter whether it's in 1 sitting or 2 sittings. People also ask, is it the same near infrared light that's in a sauna? No, it's not, because near infrared is just the color of light. It's like the equivalent of saying blue or red or purple or yellow. Near infrared in a sauna is an LED light. So it's totally different. So you're using that light not to get inside your body. It's an LED. It's a wavy light source. What it will do is it will hit the surface of your skin and stimulate the mitochondria on the surface of your skin. So it's different. And then we also get asked, can you use it on your lips? And it's just amazing.
Oh, I haven't done that yet. Can I?
You just do that.
You know, where I've seen incredible, you know, not only the cosmetic benefits, but I have a shoulder, and I do Tracy Anderson every day, and I work out every day. I will glide this on my shoulder for 5 minutes, and the pain will completely go away. So my ankle.
Yeah. So this is medical technology. It's medical technology. It's technology that's used in a hospital today across the world to treat sports injuries or any form of injury. And so it's amazing to, you know, just, I mean, it's that area on my back. I just put it on for like 5 minutes, just hold it still, and then the pain goes.
A question.
It's a massive de-inflammation.
Yeah, it's really good for that inflammation. A question. What about for some of clients that have gotten some, you know, some surgery, and they may have some scars? How soon can they use the Lima to help heal their scars? Let's say they got like a breast augmentation surgery, or let's say, you know, sometimes there's some, you know, visible, not so delicately placed, you know, facelift, you know, scars.
Or even like a C-section, you know, like any scar, you use it the day after the surgery. So you have the operation and the surgeon comes around to confirm that there's no internal bleeding, and you then start to use the Lima laser.
I love that.
You use it the sooner that you can. If you've got staples, you can still use it. If you've got stitches, you can still use it. And the way that you use it for a scar is that you hold it over each section of the scar for 3 minutes every day.
Oh, okay.
and you don't glide it, you just hold it over each section of the scar, and you won't get a keloid scar forming, and the scar will just heal very, very well.
So that's really helped me. I have a appendectomy scar from when I was like 8 years old, which is
it will work on very old scars.
And
We've
let
done.
me tell you, it's done wonders. I had a lot of scar tissue. It was a very traumatic surgery for me because it was it was an emergency surgery, and I had a ton of scar tissue there, and it's done incredible. It's done such a great job to like break up that scar tissue.
Brilliant.
And the scar is getting better.
Very few things will get rid of scars. So this is really, I mean, I've had 2 C-sections and I used it, and it was brilliant. It just means that you just don't get that keloid scar forming, and you can use it on your breast. So if you do have breast reduction, where you get the, you know, the kind of visible scar, it's brilliant to use. It's totally, in fact, we've had a paper published in Aesthetic Surgery Journal relating to the Lima Laser's safety for oncology. So it's been confirmed as safe.
So it's really important when we're kind of snatching jawline, right? And then snatching your lower face, because so much of the sandwich is kind of creating this V, right? I kind of enhance that V vector. That you want to spend a little bit more time, if that's the look that you're going for before an event, that you really want to spend more time in that particular, you want to spend more time in this lower face to really get that anti-inflammation there and really help to kind of contour that area so that then this seems more voluminous.
Yes.
Because, right, it's all about how we play with.
And it's just about the consistency as well, you know, like you really do, you know, so many people like, do you really have to use it every day? You do, but fundamentally there's just nothing else, that there's no other way to rebuilding the skin at the pace that you need without doing it for the first 12 weeks.
You know, that's what I tell clients. You know, a lot of times clients will come to me for the first time and say, oh, how many beauty sandwiches do I need?
Well, exactly. You know, if you only have one, it's not,
yeah. I said, what can you do, right, that you can only do it once, and it is like,
can't have like one exercise class. Nobody's expecting to change like one. I wish they would.
I know. So with this, it's like, you know, you got to use it every day. You got to put in, but it's worth it. The time that you're going to invest is going to be worth it, because there's going to be an actual, you know, there's been a clinical result, which is so important, that it's effective.
Especially for things like rosacea as well.
Yes.
You know, obviously it's not going to cure the root cause of your rosacea, but it will, if you use it every day, it will take the result of the rosacea out, so it will totally reduce the redness.
Is there a wire-free version of the similar product used by dermatologists? I don't think so, right? I think this is more used in a clinical.
Dermatologists use the Lima Laser. They use 2 in a treatment.
Yeah, they'll use it like I use it now. It's part of a treatment. People can come in. You know, a lot of my clients now are like purchasing the device, and then they're kind of coming in to kind of learn how to use it, or they want to just, they don't want to do it on themselves. They prefer for me to just do it for them. So, you know, there's
great.
You know, you can do that as well. So why not?
Exactly. No, honestly, it's such an incredible, it's a game changer, because, you know, you can do far more with people that come to you with a better quality skin than somebody that turns up with skin that's in not such a great state. So as a professional, you know, that's why so many professionals are really embracing the Lima Laser, because it just makes their job easier. It makes their results better.
Let's talk about telangiectasias and the redness. Like, you know, because so much of sun damage, people don't understand. People naturally or automatically go to the dark spots. But what I like to, you know, I tell a lot of clients that there's a lot of like redness underneath that, like that, you know, the broken capillaries, which are making, you know, that inflammatory, you know, look is actually causing the darkness to look more apparent. So how does this help with telangiectasias or those little broken capillaries or that redness?
Broken capillaries you treat in a slightly different way. You would hold it over each broken capillary and just hold it still for 10 minutes. And literally, like in 2 weeks, it will have gone.
That's amazing. I love that. So for broken capillaries, we're going to hold it in those areas.
You just literally hold, because obviously it's not such a big area.
Yeah.
You might get like, you know,
so a lot of people have them around their nose here.
Yeah. So
you know, because this is something, so you would just hold it there.
Hold it there for 10 minutes and like, I mean, some people it goes in 3 days, some people we've heard it, some people it goes in 2 weeks, but they will go. Wow,
that's incredible, because you know it's something, even when you get your telangiectasias or your broken capillaries treated at the derm practice, you have to always go back and get them retreated. So I think this is a way to kind of, let's say you get it done there, and then it's like, you know, keep it at bay.
Yeah, but actually it's quite interesting. It was only throughout the testing process to test whether it was safe or not when we very first launched the laser, before we launched the laser. As part of the safety procedure, we had to strap it to somebody for a long period of time. And we strapped it to this person's leg, and they had quite a large area of broken capillaries, thread veins. And the laser was kept over there, and took it off after, the battery lasts for 2 hours, so we took it off after 2 hours. And we noticed that the area that the laser had been in, that the laser had covered, the thread veins had totally gone. But this is still there in the other areas. So, you know, you learn things all the time. It was only by testing that we learned.
Yeah. So can people use this also with their own skincare? Can they use that?
Absolutely. You can use it with any skincare. That is no contraindications. You can use it with an SPF. You can use it with retinol. You can use it with anything. You know, you can use it with the Lima skincare. You can use it with the beauty sauce.
You can use it with your Lima skincare and the sauce.
You can use it with the Lima skincare and the sauce, and the mist and the glide.
Yes.
And all your other favorite skincare products.
Yeah, that's what this is. Yeah, that's what's so wonderful about, you know, skincare, is that, you know, we're not telling you don't use what you have. You know, do this
everybody's
instead.
Got personal things. You know, you personally like something for whatever reason, and you know. It's terrible when things are not compatible with what you really love and what makes you happy. Or you have to use it with a, you know, that's been, you know, my thing with a lot of these devices. You usually have to use a really horrible gel. And then you gotta, like, you know, so, you know, with this, it's great because you can use my sauce, you can use the skincare, and you kind of, you know, and then you can go straight to sleep if you're doing it at night. You don't have to like wipe this off. You can do this like pre-makeup, and it's not going to... I actually sleep with your sauce on the top of everything. Yeah, good. Yeah. The way to do it. Well, it just makes your skin really good in the morning. Yeah, it really does. It really feeds your face all those delicious... Yeah, it's a feeder. Yeah. Face feeder. Any other questions out there? What do we have? What do you know? If anyone's got any question, also, you know, if anybody has a question after this and you think, oh, I wish I would have asked that, you know, get in contact with Lima. We will answer all your questions. If it's something specific to Iván, we can always pass it to Iván's team. So, you know, we appreciate that, you know, it's an investment. There's lots of questions that you're going to have, and maybe, you know, personal questions to you. So yeah, we're always here to help. And we've just, well, I've loved being with you today.
Likewise.
It's not as good as being with you in person, but it's still good.
I know we need to do more of these. These are so fun.
Yeah, well, are you coming to London?
I really need to come to London as soon as possible.
Yeah, you do. We've actually got a clinic in our office now, so you could just set up here.
Oh, perfect. There it is. You heard it here. You heard it here.
Exactly. Iván moved.
The sandwich is coming to the Lima headquarters in London.
We'll all leave like looking 50 years younger.
I know, that would be incredible.
Everyone will go, oh, we want their jawline.
Listen, it can, and this comes from, you know, look how, you know, in a few minutes, I didn't snatch myself this morning. I did it here, you know, and this is, you know, what's so much about this is, yes, this works, but this is a confidence booster. You know, you have a big meeting, you have a Zoom, you want to feel more confident about the way that you look, take out your Lima device and, you know, and then glide it. And then, you know, when facial contours, you know, I say this all the time, are more elevated, tighter, you feel better about yourself. It gives you like a nice little boost.
Yeah.
And it's something really beautiful that you're doing for yourself. It's something that you're feeding, not only your skin, but you're feeding your soul, right?
And then people compliment you and you just think, you know, who doesn't want a compliment?
Yeah, and it's you. It's not like not that there's anything wrong, again, with procedures and augmenting it, but this is you. This is a way that you can, in a very simple, easy, and effective way, give yourself a boost of confidence. You know, what's been really nice is a lot of my clients have wrote to me and said, you know, for the first time in 10 years or 15 years or 20, however long they've been married, my husband's telling me how oh, what did you do? You look so beautiful. You know, it's those little things, you know, that make us feel good. I love a compliment.
We should all give compliments. Do you know what? It should be part of everyone's daily routine that they give like at least 5 compliments in the day.
Yes, yeah. The world will be a much happier and snatched place. Because not only our faces will be snatched, but our souls
will
be snatched.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you.
Thank you for everybody's questions. And if you've got any more, get in touch with Lima and we will help you.
Yes.
Help get the compliment.
Yes. Okay.
Take care.
So I can't wait to see you again soon.
Take care.
You know, this was so
fun. In Lima.
Okay.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye, beauties.